All right, well, here we go. This is the third race in the series for Route 66 Shakedown. This would be the P12 group, and I started the camera 2 laps in, and this is what's going on. The only thing that was missed that first lap, Nick and I went off the front for a short time. They brought us back. And before this race started, the series leader is Andy with road crew, followed by my teammate Owen in second place for the series. Both of them were 1-2, 1-2 in the previous races. So Maplewood is out here racing with a goal to set Owen up to get on top of the podium and overtake the series lead. As you can see up in the top left corner, super hot. It'd be nice if humidity was a metric as well, but it felt like we were just all riding in a hot, wet blanket. So right now, you may have seen it, we had someone up front, off the front. That was Brandon. And Matt Furlong is riding second wheel. Can kind of see him up the road. Figured I'd sit second wheel and then go back to some false tempo, which road crew smart right here. Counterattack off of that to try and bridge, but lots of immediate following. So it's a little split up, but this little bridge attempt gets swallowed back up by the next corner. You may be able to see the group ahead. So right now you have this main peloton, that group of 2. And right there is our series leader, Owen, Maplewood jersey. Behind me, another one of our teammates. And as mentioned, another teammate off the front. So our goal right here was just to try and keep the pressure up and attack, counterattack to force other people to work and chase. You see road crew starting to bring it down. Looks like the brake kind of gave up. And somewhat smartly, after we get caught, teammate who was in that break attacks again. Again, keeping up the pressure, forcing everyone to go. I was near the front, wasn't going to close it down, but definitely going to sit on some other people's wheels as they bridge across. Peloton kind of comes back together, and then through that, it looked like Owen had gone off the front in a group of two. A little bridge attempt, I figured I'd follow on. Right now, sitting sandwiched between two teammates. So definitely a smaller group overall, which, I don't know, I think makes racing harder because it's go all the time. But as a team, we're doing a pretty good job staying near the front and then breaking up the attempts to bring the brake back, which this one does get brought back, but you can see up there, teammate, red helmet, he counters this move with a road crew person. So we get the brake back, but then immediately had a counterattack with another brake up the road, which this turns out really well. You may be able to hear it. Turns out that this is a preem lap. So bell, ding ding. And as a team, just again getting to the front and breaking things up while making sure that we protect Owen, who is right there with the black and blue truck. Definitely felt nice as a team to work together, get to the front, set false tempo, and cover any attacks or bridge attempts. See solo rider for Giacomo, Nick Dolan, right there to the left, doing a lot of work to bring everything back. Rise up and Big Shark right there. Nick Dolan coming back to the front to close this gap down. And I figured that as Nick's one of the stronger, if not strongest, riders in this group, that as soon as he catches them, I could counter. May not have been the only one thinking that, as you can see. So I go right now. Thought that rise up here with Robert may have been attempting to continue, but I just went. I looked back, saw that everyone was still there, but then around this corner, Andy kind of pulled off and gave me a little bit of a gap, and just decided to put a little bit of power down and make other teams work. I will say, being out there alone in the heat, with the headwind on this stretch, was just wonderfully miserable. But even here, the goal, just to make the other teams work and protect Owen. I saw them closing down on me and figured, sit up. And there are the current 1-2 people for the series. So figured, let them go, but still protect it. Of course, that one kind of got brought back together relatively quickly. So here's Peloton just all together right now. Maybe waiting for something to happen. It's a little broken up or stretched out, but to be expected with a smaller Peloton like this. Everybody's got to work. The race is certainly more than halfway done. I believe coming up about right here is where the break starts. So catch this rider. And then you can see a surge right there. Owen was able to get away with a road crew person, Big Shark, with Matt Furlong sitting on the front right here to provide a little bit of false tempo. sitting up there with some false tempo. So now we're in this position where we have Owen, our series leader, up the road in a group of 4, with 4 separate teams represented, including road crew. But right behind me, Andy is the current series overall leader, 1 place ahead of Owen. So tactics go back to putting as many people between the 2 of them for the final placing, and ensuring that if we catch that breakaway, that Andy doesn't counter, or if he does, making sure that we're on his wheel to protect Owen. So, not too much going on right now other than just Maplewood trying to break things up or set false tempo when we get to the front, and other teams, if they got a man on the brake, doing the same thing or bringing it back a little bit. Nick right here, often setting some false tempo. Maybe occasional attack to try and bridge, but nothing really stuck. And the 3 of us just making sure that we have eyes on road crew and Andy's wheel if he wants to make some sort of attempt to bridge. But it definitely made for a fun race, having a few teams represented, and it is a fun, flowy course. So, my front camera lost battery. Got Dex waving at me. And I had a thought that as we got closer, Dex might try and give Andy a lead out or a surge to give him some space to either be on his own for a few laps, to be in between, or bridge up to that breakaway group. Would have been nice to have a camera from someone in that breakaway group to have like a supercut and see what's really going on. But I think about right now, road crew's person was dropped from the break, and Dex did in fact just go with a monster pull right here to give Andy some space. And I just got right on his wheel, Nick right on mine, not wanting to let that get away. So definitely shredded the group up a bit. I wasn't sure how long I was going to be able to hold on to that wheel, but just kept going. And then Andy must have been fresh. You see him get behind and then immediately out of the corner attacks again. And the rest of the race was essentially just relentless attacks like that to either bridge things or race for fourth. About here, it started to get an added layer. Started to sprinkle a little bit. Shortly, rain's definitely come down a little bit harder. So now here comes the rain. Everyone really wondering, how can I take these corners? We felt pretty secure that the breakaway was set and Owen was up the road and going to get a podium spot. So now just what can we do to put as many riders or places between Owen and Andy? And I know it says lap 17 of 17. I must have paused a little late, and there's actually, we're on the bell lap now, which was the rainiest and wettest. Definitely made coming out of every corner interesting. I will say though, the rain felt very nice. You can see the temperature dropped from like 96 now to 79. I do wonder what the dynamic would have been had it been raining from the start. But hey, that's racing. Now it's attrition and just final stretch. Last little chicane before the sprint. Can't really see in front of me. I have Brandon, and then there's also Nick Dolan and Andy, and that is the race for 5th and 6th. So I ended up in 7th, and that was the race.